Back in the old days, the British fleet would pull into Havana Harbor and they'd bring all the prostitutes in to service the sailors, and they'd do it down on the gun walk, you know. Well, the bastard children that came out of that activity became known as a son of a gun. You know, I mean, back in Lincoln's time, if you called somebody a son of a gun, you were on the sandbar with pistols or bowie knives the next morning. I mean, same thing if you called somebody a rascal back in those days. You run down on the sandbar, you know, with a bowie knife or a pistol, trying to defend your honor. They don't do that much in Kentucky anymore.
But it's not like that anymore.
Well, shit, it's on. Hey, y'all are. This is your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on 8. I got this old GoFundMe page. There's a link in the description section down there. My wife formed it basically to pay my final expenses for when I'm gone, and she's stuck with a bunch of bills and, you know, funeral costs and things like that. You know, help her deal with that. But anyway, if you'd like to do something there, it'd be really great. If you don't want to, I understand. All right, then. Having said that, let's get on with the program. This is a Central Intelligence Agency pistol. Well, it's not really a, yeah, it might be. This is the Rossi 65. This is imported by Garcia back in the late 1960s, early 1970s. They started this thing. The CIA basically got into the gun business so they could manufacture guns and distribute them in South America to their friends, as opposed to having Barry Seal fly them down and fly back cocaine, which is kind of how that worked. Okay, this is a 3.5-inch barrel, 5-shot, 38 special revolver. Round butt, semi-round, I don't know if it's round butt or square butt, just to tell you the truth, the way it's made. It's a roundish square butt. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. It's a copy of a Model 36 Smith & Wesson. It's about all I can say about it. It's a copy of a Model 36 Smith & Wesson. It may be licensed, may be unlicensed. Taurus, Brass Tech, Rossi are all pretty much the same conglomeration now. CBC ammunition too, you know. They were known to be an inexpensive, economy price firearm with relatively good quality back in the day. But you see a lot of these things hanging on gunsmiths to do all. And when Taurus came into being what it is now, it offered lifetime guarantee on everything under its umbrella. And a lot of people sent these back and got them repaired and so forth. It's, you know, cost them a fortune to do it, but it became a marketing thing, you know. You buy a gun, it messes up, we'll fix it. Ed sent a Taurus back last month. He got a new gun out of the deal. You know, so they stand behind their stuff, and they still stand behind these. It is a relatively, it has a semi-adjustable rear blade, which is just a piece of metal held in there by two little Allen screws that you can move one out and move the other one over and like that. We've got a defensive training target set up down here at 15 yards, and I've got some 158 grain round nose lead. We're going to try it. Give me a few of them out here. And we're going to shoot it, take this gun and see if it even shoots. And I think it'll shoot because, you know, you hold it up like this to where you can see between the battery face of the frame and the back of the cylinder. You cock it, you ease the hammer down, and you can see a firing pin protruding. Chances are that gun will shoot. And like a Smith & Wesson, this thing has a rebounding hammer for a safety mechanism. So, I'm scared to death of this thing. It's going to tear my old arthritis hand all to pieces. We're going to shoot it anyway. See if I can get some, see if I can get it gloddened. that means loaded, you know. And put 5 in it. 158 grain round nose lead, which is probably the round to shoot out of this gun, given its age. And we're all going to apply our suppressors. And I'm going to put this thing on a block. And I'm going to get it back here where you can see me shoot it. And knock my thumb off. And we're going to try and see if it'll fire a tape. All right, here we go. Hey, that's not too bad. It's not shabby at all. I've got a 8-inch dirty bird up down there on a silhouette target. We're going to try and squeeze it off a little easier. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, get another one up there. Get another one up in battery. Give it a try here. Shaky old man tries to shoot precision. I see it. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. All right, let's try another one. Okay. Not too shabby, actually. This gun's designed to operate at about 7 yards, and we're shooting at 15. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think the cylinder's locked. Let's try this again. There we go. Turning it the wrong way. All right. Yep, that was it. Got them all fired. All right, get out of there. Deposit them in the bucket of water over there. All right, let's see how well I do. I've got 3 or 4 in it. I'm not going to Camp Perry with this gun. I'll just tell you right off the bat. Not going to Camp Perry with it. Our standard revolver test, 6 on double, or however many it holds on double, however many it holds on single. Okay. It's not a bad gun. Fires every time you pull the trigger. Let's see how we do on double action. Oh, it's got a trigger like an arrow staple gun. Yeah, it was a little off. Yeah, let's try that again. Got a trigger like an arrow staple gun. Yeah. It has about a 25-pound double action trigger pull. You could go in there and take a little bit off of that. No, it's not adjustable. Now look up here. Sometimes on Smith & Wesson revolvers, you have a little screw right there, and that adjusts your mainspring tension. This is a 2-finger puller. I'm serious. I'm glad that's over. Yeah, we're out. I'm glad that's over. All right. Let's get out there and look at it. See what the accuracy looks like, or the lack of it, or the lack of it. Yeah. I'll turn the camera around the right way this time. Put the camera around there, turn it around the right way this time. Well, let's go down there. Okay. You find any bullet holes in it?
Yeah. In one eye. Got them all in there.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, it's not too shabby. That gun's not really designed to be a tack driver in the first place. It's designed to be a close range personal defense gun. I have my entourage with me today. Everybody's here, all my fans, or I think some of them are here to collect money off of me, but I think a few of them might be fans, waiting for the camera to get turned off so they can beat my ass for one thing or another, you know, but like that. Okay, so what's it worth? Let's grade on it a little while and look at it and see what it actually looks like it might actually be worth. So the blue is in about 85% condition. It's starting to develop a little patina where guns that get carried a lot start to develop patina. These guns sold new for $69.95 at Western auto stores and locksmith shops around the country, and they imported hundreds of thousands of them. In today's market, this gun in 100% condition, box and papers and everything with it, which you won't see, would be worth, if it was laying in a pawn shop shelf, it'd probably want $400 for it. But in reality, this gun's worth about 125, 150 bucks. Okay. Last one I bought, I believe I bought it for my wife, and I think I paid 50 bucks for it. It's not a Grand Tour de France gun. It does work. The value of it is that it does work like that. So it's maybe $125, $150 gun. Got a trigger like a staple gun. I mean, you know, you'd have to shoot this thing single action. Little old lady couldn't shoot it. I'm a little old man and I can barely shoot. Well, I'm a big old man actually, but I can barely pull the trigger on it. It's just ridiculous. You'd have to be. It's like at least 25 pounds, maybe more. All right, that's about the size of it for the old Rossi 65. And I mean old, buddy. This gun's probably 60 years old, but it does work. Like a Tate, share a fi, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me a $1 in the Patreon bucket if you want to, and if you don't, well, we'll keep the light on for you. You know, keep right on making content because we like doing it. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. Join the NRA. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, just because we've got both sides of the House and the Senate, and we've got, you know, Republican in office, doesn't mean they ain't out there scheming, buddy. They're out there scheming. They're working up their little Goebbels plan. You know, they know sooner or later they're either going to assassinate Donald Trump and take over the government by force, or, you know, they're going to get elected back into office. Whatever. But they're out there scheming, buddy. They're out there scheming. They're the devil, you know. They work for the devil. All right, then. We'll see y'all when we see you. Bye now. So how about a little bonus content? How about it? So I went to one of the big box stores and I purchased a box of Remington Ranch Hand reduced velocity 22 ammo. That's this stuff. That's that stuff. Now I don't have the box because Ed and them shot all of it up except 20 rounds, and I was going to do a field test on it, and I don't even have the box, but I still got 20 bullets. So we're going to see if they'll work in a good old 1022. And good old 1022. So let's give it a try. I recently did a video, and there's a target up down there that I hit once with a 45 automatic. And let's see if A, it will cycle, and B, it will shoot accurately through a conventional 1022. Let's get it up over there and take a look and see how it does. This rifle shoots really good, by the way. Yeah. And apparently the ammunition shoots really good as well. And it cycles at 1022 even though it says reduced velocity on the box. Alright. Let's shoot the other 10. Since we're sitting there not doing nothing. Sunday afternoon, 5th of October. Feel pretty good. Thought I'd get out here and make some videos and do some target repair and stuff. Pulled that one out. Like a Cherokee. Line boy at the airport from the time I was 14 years old. The time I went in the Army. It's like, you get to where you can tell airplanes just by the way they sound. All right. Okay. Let's go down there and look at it. You can see it from here. I ran out of bullseye and lost my reference point. Okay, get up, Jones. Okie dokie. Down the hill we go-key. That's how I get my exercise. Up and down this cotton picking range. Yeah, it shoots pretty good. A little low from its 10-22-0, but that's 20 rounds, minute of squirrel head accuracy. It's 15 yards. Looking up a tree, it'd have to be an awful tall tree if you'd have to shoot up at it more than 15 yards, 45 feet. Been working down here a little bit, got a new picnic table. Me and Harvest repaired that picnic table. That was a Harvest and I repaired that picnic table. You know, we repaired this one, or they bought this one. I don't know why they bought it, but they bought another one put up here. This whole range table is going to get reshored tonight as soon as I get done shooting videos. I just walk back down here and turn the camera the right way so you can see how it shoots. Oh, it's been a long day. There now. That's a little better. I was 20 rounds, all in the 10 except for 2. It shoots a little low from, you know, that's why we keep doing these ammunition reviews, is because they all shoot a little different. You know, what you've got a gun zeroed with and you change, you know, it's going to be a little different. That gun zeroed with stingers, you know, and if I'd have been shooting stingers, they would have all been in there. All right. Set Charlie the camera back down there. Okie dokie. There's a nice little bunch of bonus content. So the Remington Ranch hand. Now I don't know how it would do out of a 5.52 Remington. Yeah, I have no idea how it would do out of a Browning, you know, or something like that. But a 10-22 is a pretty good benchmark on whether or not an ammunition will shoot accurately and function well in a semi-automatic gun. All right then. We'll see y'all.